This is very serious. God is exposing your sister. Your sister is. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says, my child, as I continue to speak, I need you to understand the depth of what has been unfolding behind the veil of your daily life. You have been moving forward, thinking you see the whole picture, but the reality is that there has been an entire shadow conversation shaping the path beneath your feet. Every choice you have made in good faith has been met with silent opposition in the form of whispered words spoken in rooms you never entered. And these whispers are not harmless. They were seeds, intentional seeds, sown with the hope that they would choke out your future before it fully bloomed. The one who spoke them never thought you would know. I believe their confession would remain buried in the ears of a confidant who would protect them. But I, the Lord, do not allow lies to remain forever in the dark, and I assigned Archangel Michael to catch every word before it could vanish into nothingness. Michael has been carrying this weight for a long time. He is not merely delivering a message, he is delivering the breaking point of a spiritual case against those who have wronged you. He has stood in the heavenly court and declared, Father, they must know. They cannot keep walking without seeing this truth. And I have granted permission for the veil to be torn. This is why his cry has been so loud, so desperate, so unlike anything you've felt from him before. He knows this is your window. If you skip it again, the delay in justice will stretch further, and the enemy will take that as an invitation to tighten their grip. The confession itself came in a moment of weakness for the one who spoke it. They were under pressure, their heart pounding, fear gnawing at their composure. In that moment, they admitted what they had done, thinking it would be a private release of guilt. But instead of true repentance, it was a calculated move. They confessed only to the one they believed would help them cover their tracks. And that listener, oh, my child, that listener is not innocent. They smiled, they nodded, they comforted, all while calculating how they could use this confession for their own gain. The two of them now share a secret like a locked chest between thieves. But I am the key, and my justice breaks every lock. Michael has been trying to tell you that time is sensitive. Even as you read this, the pair of them are having conversations, creating stories to protect themselves, erasing signs that could point back to the truth. But what they don't know is that their own words have already been recorded in heaven's book. They cannot outrun what I have seen. They cannot rewrite what I have heard. The spiritual record is unchangeable, and the very words they thought would vanish are now the words that will expose them. I know you may be wondering, why now, Lord? Why not earlier? My child, you must understand, revelation is timed. There are seasons when knowing too soon would only have hurt you, and there are seasons when knowing too late would have destroyed you. This is the appointed time. This is the moment when your heart is strong enough, your spirit sharp enough, and your destiny ripe enough to handle the truth. Any sooner, and you may have reacted in the flesh. Any later, and you may have walked into a trap you could not see. That is why Michael has been more insistent than ever, because this is the day the truth becomes your shield. There is more, my child. The confession was not just about something they said. They spoke about actions, about choices they made with the intent to keep you from rising. They confessed to convincing others to doubt you, to mistrust you, to see you as less than you are. They confessed to taking opportunities meant for you and placing them in the hands of others. They confessed to aligning themselves with people who do not have your best interest at heart. But perhaps the most painful part is that they spoke about you with a coldness, as if you were a piece on a board to be moved or removed at will. Michael wept when he heard it, not because he doubted your strength, but because he knew the sting it would bring to your heart. Still, I tell you this, the sting will not last forever. What will last is the freedom that comes from no longer walking in illusion. My child, you deserve to see clearly. You deserve to walk without hidden chains. And you deserve to reclaim everything their words tried to take from you. That is why you must not delay any longer. Even now, I see their hearts trembling, though they try to act normal around you. Their spirit senses that the walls are closing in. They may even attempt to come to you soon, not to confess fully, but to offer a watered-down version of the truth in hopes of controlling the narrative. Do not be deceived. You will know the real confession because Michael himself will confirm it in your spirit when it comes. You will feel a sudden release, a strange mix of pain and peace, and you will know that heaven has just delivered you from the shadow of deception. I also need you to know this. When the truth comes out, not everyone around you will respond the way you expect. Some will apologize for believing the lies. Some will pretend they never doubted you. And some will silently distance themselves because the truth forces them to face their own role in what happened. Do not let this trouble your heart. Every separation that follows this revelation will be a divine separation necessary to make space for those I am sending to you. For every person lost, there is someone more loyal, more aligned, more loving, waiting to step into your life. Michael is still crying even as I speak. His tears are not weakness, they are a form of intercession. Every drop carries a plea before my throne for your protection, your understanding, your courage to act. He is standing between you and the flood of manipulation that has been aimed at your life for far too long. But even his protection requires your participation. You must take the scroll when he offers it. You must read it. You must let the truth do its work. And my child, when you finally hold this confession in your hands, I want you to remember something the enemy did not win. Yes, they spoke against you. Yes, they tried to harm your reputation. Yes, they attempted to shift your destiny. But you are still here. You are still moving forward. You are still chosen. Their words were weapons, but they did not pierce the armor I placed on you. Instead, their confession is about to become the very evidence I used to lift you higher. What is coming next will require a boldness you have not used before. You will have to make decisions that separate you from what is familiar. You will have to step into new territory, trusting that I am your guide. But you will not walk alone. Michael will walk with you, his sword in one hand, his shield in the other, his voice reminding you that you are more than the sum of anyone's opinion. You will never be the same after this, my child, not because the betrayal defines you, but because the truth will refine you. You will carry yourself differently. You will pray differently. You will choose differently. And the enemy will see that the very thing they tried to use to break you has become the thing that built you into someone unshakable. Michael is still here. His cry is still loud. And heaven is waiting for your yes. This is the moment. Do not skip it again. My child, even as you read these words, heaven is shifting. There is movement in places you cannot see with human eyes. Michael is kneeling before the throne, his armor glistening with the moisture of his tears. The sound of his weeping is not quiet. It is a cry that shakes the atmosphere, a cry that pierces through every distraction that has kept you from hearing him before. You do not know how many times he has stood between you and an unseen arrow, how many times he has turned the blade that was meant for your spirit so that it missed you entirely. You do not know the number of nights he has stayed watch over your bed, sword drawn, while shadows tried to creep in. And now, he is crying loudly because the truth is here, the confession has been made, and yet you keep skipping the moment to receive it. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. The person who confessed did not intend for the words to reach the ears of heaven's army. They were speaking in what they thought was secrecy, leaning forward, lowering their voice, making sure no one else could hear. But they forgot that nothing is hidden from me. They forgot that I am the God who hears every whisper, every plot, every intention before it is even formed. My spirit hovered in that place as they spoke. Every word they said about you burned in the air like smoke before my eyes. And when they finished, thinking they were safe, I sent Michael to collect every syllable and carry it to you in this hour. This is why he has been desperate for you to open, for you to listen, for you to stop pushing him away. Their confession is not something you could have guessed in full. You may have suspected their heart was not pure. You may have felt an uneasiness you could not explain, but the depth of what they revealed will still take your breath away. They did not simply speak out of frustration or weakness. They spoke with intent. They spoke with the purpose of harming you, of reshaping the way others see you, of making you appear unworthy in the eyes of people whose favor you needed. And they succeeded for a time because those words moved through circles of influence like a shadow in the water, staining what was meant to be bright. But, my child, I am not allowing that shadow to remain. I am sending my light to pierce through it, to expose what was done, and to redeem every moment you lost because of it. You will not only hear what they confessed, you will see the way I overturned their plan. I will take the very words they spoke against you and turn them into a testimony of how I defended you. What they intended for harm will become the reason others see the strength I have placed in you. Michael is telling you now, this moment is your line in the sand. If you keep skipping, you will walk in confusion longer than you need to. But if you open your heart now, if you let him place this truth before you, clarity will rush in like a flood. You will understand why certain opportunities seem to vanish. You will understand why some people suddenly changed toward you, why trust was broken in places you could not explain. You will understand because their confession will answer questions you didn't even know how to ask. Do not be afraid of the emotional weight this will bring. Yes, it will sting. Yes, it will hurt to realize how deep their deception went. But I will not leave you in the pain. I will hold you through it and I will show you what freedom feels like when the chain of falsehood is broken. My spirit will comfort you and Michael will stand guard over your heart as you process the truth. You will not fall. you will not be destroyed. Instead, you will rise with a sharper discernment, a greater wisdom, and a stronger shield against those who wish you harm. There is something else you must know: the one who heard their confession is not a stranger to you. They are connected to your life in a way that will shock you when you discover it. They have been smiling in your presence while carrying the weight of what they know. They have been waiting for the right moment to use it against you, or for the right offer to sell it to someone who could cause you harm. But heaven is cutting off their plan before it reaches that point. This is why the urgency is so great right now. This is why Michael's tears have been unending. He knows the timing is critical. If you delay, the hands of the enemy will try to twist the narrative once again. My child, you think you have time, but you do not. Time in the spiritual realm is not like time on the earth. When I say the moment is now, it is because the door for revelation is open now. Later, it will close. Later, the confession may still exist, but the power it has to free you will not be as strong, because the enemy will have had time to plant more lies, more confusion, more distraction. This is why I am commanding you through Michael's voice: open quickly. Do not wait. You will never be the same after this, and that is not a warning of fear, but a promise of transformation. The person who emerges after hearing this truth will not be the same as the one who walked in uncertainty. You will walk differently. You will speak differently. You will pray differently. You will protect your heart with new wisdom, and you will trust me with a deeper surrender. The very thing the enemy meant to use as your undoing will become the stone you step on to reach a higher place. Michael's voice is shaking now. His wings are trembling with the weight of what he carries. He has fought through opposition to bring this to you, not just human resistance, but spiritual forces that tried to block him at every turn. He has battled in realms you cannot see so that you could have this moment. My child, do not let his sacrifice go to waste. Do not let his tears fall in vain. Do not let this truth slip away from your hands when it is already here, already waiting, already burning in the light of my justice. I will say it again so you understand the seriousness. This is not a joke. This is not an exaggerated story to frighten you. This is a direct revelation from my heart to yours, carried by Michael's own voice, wrapped in the urgency of heaven's timing. You will never be the same after knowing what this person confessed about you. And when you know, you will thank me for revealing it now instead of later when more damage could have been done. My child, I need you to understand why this moment feels so heavy in your spirit right now. You are not simply reading words. You are standing in the middle of a divine interception. The path you were walking was about to curve sharply without you realizing it, leading you into a place that would have drained your joy, your faith, and even your resources. That curve was not designed by me. It was planted by the whispers and schemes of the very person who has now confessed behind your back. But here is what they did not see coming. I heard it. Michael heard it. Heaven recorded it. And now, the seal is breaking because I refuse to let you live another day under the weight of lies that were never yours to carry. Do you remember those strange pauses in your life lately? The job opportunity that suddenly stopped responding to your messages. The friend who once called every day but became distant without explanation. the unexpected feeling that you were being left out of something you should have been part of. My child, those moments were not coincidences. They were the ripples from the confession. This person planted words in someone's ears, words that made them question your integrity, your intentions, and even your worth. And those people, instead of asking you, believe the poison seed. Michael's tears are not just for the betrayal. They are for the way it delayed blessings that were on their way to you. He knows what you have been waiting for. He knows the nights you whispered prayers into your pillow when you thought no one was listening. He knows the sacrifices you made for people who would never return them. And now, to see someone you trusted speak against you so boldly, it grieves him deeply. But grief is not the end here. My child, it is the beginning of your restoration. The confession itself is layered. On the surface, it may sound like a simple misunderstanding, but in the spirit, it was an accusation meant to stain your name. They mixed half-truths with lies, the most dangerous form of deception, because it makes the lie appear believable. They told someone a story about you, but in that story, you were the villain, the selfish one, the one to be cautious about. What they didn't realize is that their own words betrayed them. In trying to make you look small, they revealed the jealousy, the bitterness, and the fear that has been growing inside them for years. I have been patient, my child. I have given them time to repent, to come to you, to speak truth without force. But they did not. Instead, they doubled down. And so, I sent Michael to you again and again, each time with a stronger pull on your spirit, hoping you would open, hoping you would not skip him. Now the pull is almost unbearable, because the window to act is here. You may feel tempted to brush this off, to say to yourself, I can handle it later. Maybe I don't need to know everything. But that is exactly what the enemy wants you to do. Delay is his weapon here. Every day you don't know, they gain another step ahead in their cover-up. Every hour you wait, they speak to one more person to solidify their version of the story. But when you hear the confession as it truly is, not twisted, not watered down, you will take back control of your own narrative, your own destiny, your own blessings. Michael has been positioned at your right hand for this exact battle. He has already gone ahead into places you cannot see. He has silenced voices in meetings you were not invited to, stopped decisions that would have harmed you, and redirected certain people away from you to protect you from deeper wounds. He has done this quietly, without needing you to notice, but this moment is different. He needs you to notice now. He needs you to act, because the revelation he carries is for your next step, your next move, your next chapter. The person who confessed did not cry while doing it. There was no remorse in their tone, no hesitation in their words. That is why this is so dangerous, because it means they feel justified in what they said. They truly believe they have the right to paint you in the worst possible light. This is not a slip of the tongue, it is a decision. And decisions like that do not stay hidden for long in my kingdom. I will not allow them to stand unchallenged. I know part of you is afraid. You wonder if knowing will make you lose faith in people completely. But I tell you, my child, this is not to destroy your trust forever, it is to refine it. I will show you who deserves it and who never did. I will surround you with those who will guard your name, not tarnish it. I will give you discernment so sharp that you will never again mistake a wolf for a friend. This is why I sent this message now, in this exact hour. You may think you found it by accident, that it is just another moment on another day. But in heaven's timeline, this is a divine appointment. This is the moment when you shift from being a target to being a testimony. Because once this confession is revealed, I will turn it into evidence, evidence of my protection, evidence of my justice, evidence that I was watching even when you thought you were alone. Michael is still crying, but there is strength in his tears. He is ready to fight in a way you have never seen before. He is ready to walk into the spiritual courts and declare your innocence, to present the scroll of confession as proof, to demand restoration of everything that was stolen from you because of those words. And I will honor his cry, because his loyalty to you has been unwavering. My child, I urge you, do not walk away from this moment. Do not scroll past it until yourself you'll return later. This is your turning point. You will never be the same after this because the truth, once seen, cannot be unseen. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now because this is very important for you and you cannot ignore this. This is not an ordinary moment. This is not something you can put off until later. This is very serious. Heaven has been watching, the truth has been prepared, and now God Himself is exposing something that has been hidden in the shadows for too long. Your sister is at the center of something you were never meant to discover on your own. But today heaven will not allow you to be kept in the dark any longer. What has been whispered behind closed doors is being shouted in the spiritual realm. What was meant to be kept secret is now being dragged into the light because no light can stand forever in the presence of the Almighty. God says, my child, do not be afraid as you hear this. Do not let your heart sink in fear or despair. I am with you. I will protect you. You will not be harmed. Nothing will go wrong with you, and you are safe under the covering of my wings. I am revealing this because you need to know, and because what has been hidden has been blocking blessings that are meant for you. This revelation is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to free you. The enemy thrives in secrecy, but I am the God who exposes, who brings light into every dark place, and who ensures that the truth will set my children to be. How can you find your children free? Archangel Michael is here now, his sword of light drawn, standing between you and every spirit that would try to twist this message, confuse you, or plant doubt in your heart. His presence is not symbolic, it is real. Even if your physical eyes cannot see him, your spirit feels the shift in the atmosphere as he stands guard. Heaven is here. The air itself feels heavier, not with fear, but with the weight of divine truth. This is a moment that cannot be undone. You are in the middle of a spiritual intervention that was planned in the throne room of God Himself. For too long, your sister has been carrying something, words, actions, alliances that you had no idea existed. She smiled to your face, but spoke differently when you weren't there. She walked beside you, but her steps were not always toward your good. There are things she has said, things she has done, and things she has hidden that have tangled threads into your life without you realizing. This is not to stir hatred or bitterness. God does not reveal to you in order for you to curse, but so that you can walk in wisdom, protection, and clarity. You have been praying for clarity, for truth, for understanding about certain blockages in your life. This is part of the answer. This is the key to a door you have been banging on for years. God says you must understand that exposure is a sign of love from heaven. If I did not love you, I would allow you to stay blind. If I did not have great plans for you, I would let you walk on a path with hidden traps. But I have called you higher. I have called you to a life that is too important to be tangled in deception. Your destiny is too great to be delayed by the manipulations of another person, even if that person is blood. Do you not know that I will separate even family ties if they stand in the way of my purpose for you? This is not cruelty. This is divine surgery. I am cutting away what is poisoning you, even if it comes from those closest to you. Archangel Michael says there have been conversations where your name has been spoken with intent to limit you. There have been moments when your sister aligned herself with those who did not have your best interest in your life. She has held on to information about you, about your life, about your future and not shared it, not to protect you, but to gain advantage over you. These are not small matters. This is why the angels have been pressing in around you lately. This is why you felt restless, why your spirit has been uneasy even if you didn't know exactly why. Your spirit has been sensing what your eyes could not see. But hear me clearly, my child. This is not the end of your relationship unless you choose it to be. This is not the final word over your sister's life. I am exposing, but I am also giving an opportunity for repentance. I am shining the light so that both of you can walk in truth. Whether she chooses to acknowledge that light is between her and me. Your role is to stand in the truth, to stay close to me, and to allow my guidance to direct your next steps. You do not need to confront in anger. You need to move in wisdom. Not every truth is meant to be shouted from the rooftops. Some truths are meant to be held quietly as armor in the spirit. I am going to show you signs over the next few days. Watch her words. Watch her reactions. Watch the way she speaks when certain topics come up. You will see the confirmation you need, not from gossip, not from suspicion, but from the undeniable patterns I reveal to you. This will not be something you will have to dig for. It will rise to the surface. The truth always does when heaven commands it. Archangel Michael reminds you now, your safety is not in the hands of any person, even family. Your safety is in the hands of the Almighty. No scheme against you will stand. No secret will destroy you. No alliance against you will succeed. This exposure is a breaking of chains, a clearing of the fog that has surrounded parts of your path. You have felt stuck, unsure why forward movement was so slow. But heaven says that after this exposure, you will begin to move with greater speed. Doors that have been stuck will swing open. Opportunities will come without resistance. The spiritual weight that has been on your shoulders will lift because much of that weight was connected to hidden actions and words from your sister. God says do not be afraid of family truth. I see beyond the human bloodline. I see the soul. I see the intentions. I see the heart. And I reward truth. Do not cling to relationships that refuse to walk in light simply because of shared history or DNA. I am your father. My family is your true family. Those who walk in the Spirit, who obey my word, who keep truth and love, they are your brothers and sisters in the kingdom. And yes, I can restore even the broken relationships if both hearts submit to me. But for now, your focus must be on staying aligned with my will, not on pleasing anyone around you. My child, you have prayed for justice. This is part of it. Justice is not always loud. Sometimes it is the quiet unveiling of what was hidden. Sometimes it is the shift in the atmosphere that removes the power of manipulation. Sometimes it is the silent moving of my hand that changes everything without a single confrontation. You may be tempted to react quickly, but I am telling you to wait. Let me lead. Let me reveal in the right measure and at the right time. Your part is to trust me, to pray for her, and to keep your heart pure. Archangel Michael says you have been under watchful eyes of heaven for longer than you know. This exposure was planned long ago, but heaven waited until you were strong enough to hear it without crumbling. Now you are ready. Now you have the spiritual maturity to understand that this is not about punishment. It is about positioning. God is positioning you for greater blessing, and anything that could block that blessing must be dealt with. Right now, as you are reading this, angels are moving. They are rearranging things in your favor. They are redirecting conversations. They are closing the ears of those who would twist your words. They are opening the hearts of those who will help you. They are guarding your home, your mind, and your spirit. You may not see it, but you will feel it. The peace will come. The clarity will come. And the joy, oh, the joy, will come when you see how God turns even betrayal into breakthrough. God says, "My child, I love you too much to let you stay in darkness. I love you too much to let lies breathe in the same air you do. I love you too much to let you keep walking with someone who has been secretly pulling against you. And I am so powerful, so sovereign, that I can even use this exposure to heal. That is who I am. I bring truth, I bring light, and I bring redemption. So be at peace now. Let the truth come. Let me handle the weight of it. Stand still and watch the salvation of the Lord. Your safety is guaranteed. Your future is secure. Your heart is in my hands. I have begun this, and I will finish it. Trust me. Pray to me. And watch how I turn this moment into the gateway for the miracles you've been waiting for. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now, and do not delay another second. This is not something you can put aside. This is not a message that can wait for tomorrow. This is not a coincidence that your eyes are on these words. This is divine intervention. Heaven has sent this straight to you because there is something God is revealing that you need to know. This is very serious. This is urgent. This is a moment that will change the way you see your life, your relationships, and your trust. You must pay attention because what is coming into the light is something that has been hidden for too long. God is exposing your sister. The truth about her is being unveiled in this very hour. She is not who she pretends to be. She has been keeping something from you, and heaven says the time for her secret to remain in darkness is over. Watch quickly. Do not look away. Do not look away. Do not be distracted. The truth is here, and it has been sent from the throne of heaven itself. You have wondered before. You have felt it in your spirit. Something in your heart told you there was more than meets the eye. There were moments that didn't add up, conversations that didn't make sense, and actions from her that made you question her motives. But because you loved her, because she is family, because your heart wanted to see only the good, you dismissed those warnings. You silenced your own discernment. You told yourself you were overthinking. But the Holy Spirit says you were not overthinking. You were hearing my voice warning you even